technoevangguy@gmail.com.
Okay, but like I said, we don't normally give out, we would not normally just give out people's
This
information.
isn't normal. This isn't normal. This is alleged to a crime. So
Right,
that's
but
okay.
Even hypothetically, if the
I don't want to deal with hypothetical. I want to deal with this situation.
Hold on. This is how I'm going to explain it to you.
Sure.
Hypothetically, if the police are investigating a crime, okay,
A report of a crime.
and in the course of that investigation, they get suspect identification, that is not something that is emailed to a victim of that crime.
That's fine. Will it be a matter of public record?
In what fashion?
Will that name be attached to a closed case?
If through the course of that investigation, if the suspect is identified, it would normally be put on a report. Yeah.
Why wasn't the suspect identified?
No one said he wasn't identified.
Oh, so you may have identified him, you're just not providing me, the victim, with who assaulted you.
Say that again?
You're not informing the victim of who the criminal was that assaulted him.
If the matter is closed and there isn't a victim and there isn't a defendant or a suspect, if you will.
So your investigation revealed that there wasn't a crime?
Like I spoke to you yesterday, you informed Officer Mara of your position on how you would like to see that matter handled.
He didn't handle it according. He didn't follow that.
He followed that.
No, he
And
didn't.
the matter's closed. So there's no victim, there's no suspect.
So can you provide me evidence that the alleged criminal spoke to me as directed to the officer to apologize, that I would give the ability to accept the apology or enact a private person arrest? I'd like that evidence.
Well, I can explain that this way, okay? Your request at the time that you wanted a person to apologize to you is not something that would be handled in that fashion.
Absolutely. So
Right.
if he chose not to do that, I was saying, do your job and effect an arrest. You don't ask me what my job is. I'm
No
telling
one
you,
asked
dude.
you what your job
yeah,
is.
no. My conversation with the officer
Okay.
was, he says, "What do you want out of this?" And I said, "I want you to do your job. I'm reporting a crime, do the investigation, and to determine if you have enough evidence that supports the claim that an assault occurred. Do your job." Yeah, fine, that's fine, but it may not be an assault. It may be harassment. Like, you can redefine the words all you want. The judge will make that determination. I told him that if I speak to him, he offers an apology, and I hear the sincerity of his apology, I may accept that apology and not continue pursuing it. If I don't hear that, I'm going to request to effect a private person arrest. That's on video. You're recording now, right?
Should I be?
Your policy requires that when you engage a citizen that you activate your body cam. Are you following policy?
Let's stick to the issue at hand, sir.
So you're not going to answer that question.
I will have an answer for you for, like I told you, with...
Am I being reasonable or am I being unreasonable?
No one said you're not being reasonable. You have questions. We're getting you answers to your questions. Sometimes you may not like the answers that you
absolutely.
get. And that's...
That remedy will happen before the judge.
Yeah.
That's
So,
before the judge. So you are not recording?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
So you're not following policy?
Let's stick to the issue at hand, sir.
Okay. So you're not willing to, the judge is going to hear that you're not willing to follow policy when recording.
Yeah.
That's
Lieutenant
fine.
Lopez is in a meeting, okay?
Yep,
And as soon as he gets out of that meeting, I will get an answer for your question, like I spoke to you yesterday about, and I will call you with that answer. It may be an answer you go, oh yeah, I like that, or it may not be.
It may
I
not
don't
be.
know.
That's totally
But
fine.
we'll see.
This
Okay.
will go before the judge.
I will pass this request on to Lieutenant Lopez.
That's
and
totally
that may
fine.
fall under the realm of if it is a closed case, then we wouldn't be able to
That's
divulge
okay.
that information.
That's okay.
Okay.
I want to be reasonable.
I appreciate that.
So reasonably, I don't want to put you folks in the position of dereliction of duty in accordance with the law when reporting a crime. So I'm being reasonable, and I'm making you well aware as to this process, and I'm documenting the process all the way through.
Okay.
And I've got multiple violations, and I'm hoping to stop the unlawful violations. So that's why I'm coming here. That's why I'm asking questions that we have a record, so that when I get before a judge, that I can demonstrate being reasonable in the face of people that are ignoring the process of a citizen when reporting a crime. So that's all I'm doing.
I got you.
So we'll let the judge review our mutual evidence and make a determination as to who's being reasonable.
But if the case is closed, how would a judge get that, what you're calling mutual evidence?
That will be through a subpoena.
Oh, I got you.
I'll subpoena the information.
Okay.
Yeah. You will deny right to know law requests. You don't even answer emails, so it's okay.
I'm not the right to know officer, so
I know,
can't
I know.
speak for that.
So I'll go one step further. That my reasonableness goes months ago. I've sent hundreds of emails to various public employees, to district attorneys,
Okay.
to township supervisors, to chiefs of police, to custodians of public facilities, buildings managers, to allow them to know in advance that I'm a law-abiding citizen that has medical concerns. I am going to conduct myself on your property in a certain way, and I don't choose to engage with anyone. And I provide a complete narrative in advance ever to walking into a building. Now, my first statement when I send that email is, please do me the courtesy that you've received this email. Whether you read it, whether you forward it, whether you apply it, I have no control. My only means to communicate with you is phone call, email, certified letter. Pretty much you won't do anything unless it's notarized with a return receipt. So I've done that as well.
Okay.
I have not received any response.
You
So
saying in general or to these particular agencies that you've reached out to?
to this agency specifically, so I'm not dealing hypothetically,
Okay.
I've done an entire communication path
Okay.
with no response,
Okay.
which is okay. I don't expect you to respond.
I'm working on a response for you today for what we're talking about.
I got you.
Okay.
Which is very unusual, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
That's why I have to assume that I'm not going to get the call. I'm not going to get the ID.
Would never assume, okay? But I will tell you
I
this.
have to assume you're not going to do what you say you're going to do unless I have evidence to the contrary.
When I tell you I'm going to call you, I'm going to call you.
I trust you
Okay.
as much as I know you, which I don't know you.
That's
I know
fair.
that you can lie to me,
Right.
so I have to wait for the evidence.
Right.
Nothing against you.
I get you. I get you.
When I get the phone call, I'll be like, great, here's a guy that will return a phone call.
And that will be a statement that you'll be making in a little while. For the length of the meeting, I don't know, but you will have a call back from me today. Okay?
I'm glad you're on the record saying that.
On your record, why? Are you recording?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
No expectation of privacy in public.
I get you. And I don't have a problem with that.
And if you're doing the right thing, you absolutely shouldn't. So it's as am I should have no problem with you recording me.
Right.
So it's a two-way street. The law is equally applied. It applies to you, it applies to me. You have special privileges under the law that I don't have because of your position, but I operate under the law. I sit under the law. I don't sit above the law.
I got you. I got you.
All right,
Okay.
so you have the possession
I
of
will pass
that.
this on. I will, as soon as he gets out of his meeting, I will speak with him, get a confirmation one way or the other, and you will have a call back from me later today.
Awesome.
Okay?
Thank you very
All right,
much.
sir, take care.